say man, no, stay close to your phone. Baby, you already know. Kila saa nikilewa, natoanga simu natumia watu pesa. Oh, nikilewa, nakupigia simu na kushona kupenda. Staki jua nikilewa, staki jua nikilewa. Ukapoka nimelewa, ukapoka nimelewa. Kila saa nikilewa, ukapoka nimelewa. Kila saa nikilewa,
Ladies and gentlemen,
ukapoka nimelewa.
welcome to the Black Kings Frequency. 35 minutes on top of the hour. This is the Black Hole Fire radio station, straight out of Nairobi to the world. The one and only Kamlish.
JOBY in the building.
Unajua kuwa member wa show.
Bana.
You're officially,
I told you last time.
yeah,
You know?
you're a member now.
I did tell you though. I warned you, you know.
She did. Welcome everybody. We have a very interesting topic today. Societal structures. Have you ever been around somebody who only looks good when you're drunk?
Yeah. When you're drunk or when you're drunk?
When you're drunk, it's when they look good. Mi hukupenda nikilewa.
Staki hivo.
Unakaanga poa tu kaa nimelewa so.
Ay, nah.
You know, somebody asked me a very weird question the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And if this ever leaks, I'm a dead man.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me, why can't you love me?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have an answer. Because like they have qualities, right?
Nikilewa. Come on.
It's just that I was sober at the time. But I bet you.
Yeah.
Nikilewa. Very the storyteller. Bien and Benzo. The song is Nikilewa. And as we get into the juicy part of the show, okay, we're talking about the broken societal contract that exists between the sexes.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
like, because there is a societal contract between the sexes.
Alright.
Who are we supposed to be to each other?
Partners.
Not really,
Lovers.
of course. But what beyond
FBW?
that? No. You see, that is the broken down.
FWB. Yeah, FWB. FWB. We can be anything. It's just how you want to label it.
Listen.
You know?
This is the thing. In today's society,
Mm-hmm.
people don't even understand their roles, Joe.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you ask a man today to provide, you know, the triple P's, provide, penetrate, protect,
Mm-hmm.
right? Most of them feel like it's so much work. If you ask a woman to be submissive and follow her husband's or her man's lead, most of them are very defiant and do not want to be submissive in any shape or form.
I was watching this the other day.
Okay.
Actually, not watched, but it was from Sandra Dutch, and I think Sandra Dutch. She's an actress.
The plus size.
Yeah, and she also she is a wedding planner or an event planner, if I'm not wrong.
Okay,
She
okay.
came out and said
Mhm.
that men
Mhm.
are not as is it persuasive
Mhm.
as they used to be, you know? Ni persuasive ama ni
Persistent.
persistent.
Yeah.
Men are not persistently like getting this the wrong way,
Mhm.
but actually it's true. Men are not persistent like they used to be. Like it used to be nice.
Mhm.
I remember me growing up, especially in high school and still being in primary, like, and I think also for men, it's a thing for you. You know, when you're going around a girl, you know, she's, you know, acting hard to get and everything. Like the chasing around
Yeah,
makes things sweet.
It's fun.
But today is, yo, I wanna sleep with you. No, bye boy. I wanna sleep with you. No, bye girl.
But you see, do you know, and that is exactly what I'm
Like-
talking about. Look, do you know why men are not persuasive anymore?
Why?
Because what
Do you think
we?
it's men only though?
No, listen.
Even
Men, we get spat on and we'd still come back. Okay,
Alright.
Kitambo, you'd slap us and we'd come back like the ship we used to be, because all we wanted was to provide for you, to be your protector, to this one is mine. Alinitesa lakini bado aliingia box. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
They used to take pride in courting, in showing gestures of affection and all those things, right? But nowadays, somebody asked this question. Unaenda kulipia mahari chenye watu wamekuwa kula bure.
Guy. Nasipo umekula za wengine
No,
bure.
but
though.
listen. The roles.
I know.
Roles.
I know.
We are not the same. You get? And that is where you see men are going like this. Why should they be persuasive when and you know this is true, Joe. Most women out here utakuwa unamkatia lakini kuna mseufinya hii kitu tu
Mbaya.
hivi. Hata kwanza amekatana na bado anapelekewa. But you're there on red while she's getting snatched. And then once she's done being run through, she comes to you. That is why men are not persuasive. I'm not saying if she that as in you won't need to show your
I know that
pockets,
sound dumb and
No.
stupid.
but it's kind of true.
It's kind of true.
You won't need to show how deep your
But
pockets
if-
are.
if
She'll
I-
be
if-
into you.
I'm not saying you are allowed to be in a hole, but it's like you're telling me, you know, till marriage.
What?
So I have to hold on to my sex urges till marriage. It used to be like that. That is if you take me to the traditional modern ways of living.
And you see that
But-
is where society had value.
We still have value, bro. We still do have value. It's just that you guys don't see it. We
What
still have
va-
value.
what
Listen,
value?
listen, Kamlesh. If you let's just be realistic. I don't understand why for women it sounds so whole. It sounds so wrong. If I've been into like a couple of relationships and you've been actually way worse, because men either way in a relationship or not, most of them actually do still cheat. You'll still cheat. Like that's the nature of the men, they say. So why should I look at you as a value and looking at me as less of a value while you've been actually way active than I have been? Just because I've had two men in my lives does not mean
that you've
I'm
lost
not worthy
value.
of,
No.
you know,
And-
getting the persistent, you know, getting the
No, you see, we are part of society, right? And there was this analogy that was put forth. If you, just like a hoe, hang around with hoes, how can I differentiate? You might not be a hoe, but if you dress like one, hang around those hoes,
hoes.
how will I know that you're different?
try me.
No, I will try you with the mentality of this is a hoe.
Wow.
Okay, because of how you act and how you dress. You get, if you say you have value, right? Show it, act it. just because you've had 2 men in your life doesn't mean now you're not worth anything. No. But if you keep jumping from
Over
bed
and over.
to bed to bed, because most women nowadays are serial cheats. Most men are serial cheats. People don't understand the value of fidelity anymore. It's a game of numbers. Who has a bigger body count? Who's what? And that
For
is where
men.
you see.
For men, it's who has a bigger body
Oh
count.
man, nowadays.
Women too?
Yes.
Hell no.
Listen.
Bro.
She will never tell you
Okay.
the real number. But
There's
but
another-
if you sit Joby, with these Nairobi girls, and you have this is why I always tell men, you should have a couple of pretty girls that are just your friends. Okay? You will see this city, or you will see society from a whole different perspective. There was a story I heard the other day where this girl said she slept with 7 men in a single party in the same night.
Wow. Girl.
Okay? And she was like, actually, like, some of them went in there raw. You get what I mean? And others, a few went down on her. So there was basically, you know, like you just can't go over there all Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man. Yeah, you just
You just can't Spider-Man.
come on.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're so proud they feel like they're using the men now.
I mean, I've
You
seen
get-
it. I saw a video.
They go like, nowadays we call them, we give them food, we do them, okay, and then
We send them back
send them
home
away,
to the streets.
and we forget them, and we
Back to the
delete their
streets.
numbers back to the streets with you.
God damn.
Look, I didn't lose nothing. As a man, basically, society never really cares about my body count,
Okay.
because my value is in how many women can I convince to see value in me. You see, that's how, if I have 10 really pretty chicks, every self-conscious man around me will, or every insecure man around me will feel intimidated. That's how I get to show my value, which is a very weak way of a man finding his own value. Okay, and that is where the contract in society between the sexes is broken.
Yeah.
Because now we don't know what we mean to each other
Anymore.
really.
It's true. But what? Just a question.
Mm-hmm.
Because personally, growing up, I think till 2010. From there, that's when things actually started changing. Because I think 2010, let me see, 2010, colored TVs zilikuwa.
It's the introduction of the phone.
2010, yeah.
The modern
things started
phone.
changing around 2010
3G.
for here in Africa for me.
Yeah.
That is because me, I've grown up with that. You see the things you're talking about. Personally, I've grown up purifying my virginity. As much as I'm not a virgin, but I've grown up knowing the value of you're
Being
not
a virgin.
Yeah, and I've had a very strict dad. And I was like, the moment you're gonna sleep with someone, I'll know. So I was just told that, and the fear of that, and the fear of just, being told that I'll get pregnant and I'll be chased to the streets. I was just like, no, we've grown up with the value of purifying ourselves. But I think the introduction of technology, smartphones, usually everything that we're seeing right now from 2010 that we didn't used to have. That is when everyone lost connection, because it's not just even in a relationship.
Yeah.
We're talking about family, we're talking about friendship, we're talking about even workmates. You
Yep.
know, you come to work, it's you, Kamlesh, we chat, we do what we're supposed to, we've done our duties, then after maybe we're chilling, back to the phone. This
Back to the
actually,
phone.
yeah, this is actually the today's relationship. I'm just
Yeah.
on the internet. If I talk to you, I'm like, hey, by the way, have you seen that Arsenal has won? Hey, have you seen that this has happened?
Actually,
People are not bonding anymore.
I feel like people talk to people on their phones more than the people in the same room.
Around.
You get, which is such a, we now have a barrier to face-to-face communication. That's why you see all these emergence of dating apps, because people can't approach each other in society anymore. Watu wanaogopana. People are afraid of each other.
True.
To the point where you can't go like, oh, she looks nice. Hey, hi, how you doing? You look nice. And you go at it one-on-one, eye to eye, eyeball to eyeball. You
Nowadays
get what I
is
mean?
hi, can I get your number?
Can I get your number?
And then you'll talk from there.
Yeah. You get what I mean? But as we go to the comments real quick,
Yeah.
Jewel says, man and women are ordained helpmates for each other.
That's true.
Danny Hyson says, no, if I know a woman has been run through, there is no talk of a serious relationship. That's why body count is so important for men. I just want to run through her like all the rest.
But-
And this is something that happens to, I won't say weak men,
Okay.
but good guys.
Okay.
Okay? This is why as a man, you should never try to be a good guy. Because women can sense good guys. And they always misuse good guys because they know good guys will always be there for them.
Okay.
That's why women like bad boys.
I was to ask a question but imepotea.
Okay?
Ikirudi I'll ask. I was to ask a question.
So the thing is, what happens is she'll go get run through by all these bad boys, right? And then she has this good guy sitting and waiting for his turn. When it gets to his time to run through her, she's like, "Now I want a relationship. I want to be yours." Why? The gang done ran through. Let me run through too. I want to keep you. You get what I mean? Because if that's the case, then that's the case.
I was to say, in today's generation,
Yeah?
you just, let's assume you personally today,
Yeah.
if you are go to meet a girl, you know, you're trying to have a thing, are you gonna ask the body count?
No. I like my mental health.
Exactly.
Okay. I like my mental health as it is, Joby. I like having a positive
Oh my
health
God.
mindset.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you know some things, I might not even get hard anymore now. I'm like, I'm number 75. You mean there was a club Q right here? You was the club. They was just in you.
So don't you think you're around through to the moment you don't wanna know?
You see, it is called self-protection.
You are around through
Listen,
too.
if I don't ask you your body count, it's because of this. Nakushuku.
Walai.
Yeah. It's because I suspect that it might be too high for me to deal with it mentally. So what do? I just say this. This is like, listen.
That's you
it's
just
like,
assuming though.
no, it's like cake, okay? Everybody gets a slice. It's just my turn to get a slice. And then leave the rest of the cake for somebody else to cut their
Yeah,
slice.
yeah.
You get? That's how men view run through chicks. And you can always tell, Joby, by their tendencies, by how they carry themselves, their behaviors, their characteristics, the way they talk, the way they perceive men. Because you can always tell these women, they're always so eager to
Yeah.
get sexual, to get naughty. You know, like, show me something. Like, you tell her that, she gonna pop a titty out real quick. You know, like, yeah, check out this titty, man. Danny Hyson says, that's another reason why a woman's body count is so important. I want to know what type of men you've been sleeping with. That is so important, by the way. Have you ever seen somebody's ex hadi ukawadharau?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, where?
Yani-
Could have done better.
Yani na, I'm here dating you, and this is what you had before me.
Bana.
Nah, I'm out. Safi Shamba, I'm
Bye.
out, I'm done, bye. Missed me with that.
I know.
Get what I mean? And he also ready-made family. I was telling you, somebody asked me, why can't you love me? You know, and I didn't have an answer. She has a kid, not mine, you know, but she has a kid. She good people, good job and everything. Been crazy about the boy, but the boy is just not there. I'm not there. And she asked me that and I didn't know what to say, because I was like, if I tell you why I'ma hurt you, So I just left on red, man. Cut your conversation up. If you were asked the same, what would you do?
Okay, this is a question you've been asked before. Sorry to diverse the whole thing again.
Okay.
If let's say something happened to you right now,
Okay.
and you know you have a wife, you have a kid, and let's say 2, 3, and she wants to settle with someone else, do you think she should be viewed the same way?
No.
Exactly.
But listen. But
I don't know
as a
why
man,
women
as a man,
personally.
listen. As a man, fine. I might not perceive you as a whole. Okay. But the fact that you got 3 kids,
By the same man.
it doesn't matter. It is 3 kids. Let me tell you what that means. That means the minute I get a kid with you, this is kid number 4. And the minute I take you, I can't take you. I take you
And
and
the
the
kids.
kids. Okay? Now, I just went from feeding 1 to
To 4.
feeding
5.
5. If we get another kid, I'm feeding 6. So now, whatever I do for my kid, I gotta do for the rest. Okay?
Yeah.
If I wanna take my kid to Brook House, let's assume I had planned myself and I was like, I'm gonna get 1 kid. I have like listen, education, insurance, everything planned out for my kid, right? Now I have to dilute my plans to fit in even more kids.
And that's where your financial status comes through. Your question first: can you take care of me with my kids? Yes
So
or no? So
why
don't say
should
yes
I-
if you do not have the capability.
Why should I, as a high value man, okay, accept to take care of somebody else's kids when I can get a woman that doesn't have kids and can offer me everything that this woman will offer me? Because there is no upside to a woman with 3 kids, Joe. For a man, okay, there is no upside to it. That's why you'd see. That's why if she's divorced, okay, that's why you have the alimony. You get the child, whatever, so that those kids can be taken care of. It's a whole other case. Okay, now you have women treating sex as a recreational tool. They too broke to actually entertain themselves in any other way apart from sex. So all they do is have sex with the same miserable broke men that they hang with. Okay, now you have 4 or 5 kids, no job, and no nothing, no future prospects, and you have these girls out here saying, I should find a man to value me and take me as I am. Because and nowadays they're not even that old. You'll find a 24-year-old with 4 kids.
For life.
Yeah, you'll find a 19-year-old with 2 kids. Actually, I know a 19-year-old with 2 kids.
19-year-old
Yeah.
with 2 kids.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. And she's doing what every other 19-year-old with 2 kids is doing in Nairobi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Partying.
No, selling that coochie. That's how she makes money. And what they do is they leave the kids with the grandparents in the rural area.
Yeah.
Wanawacha ocha. All they do is send money. The parents don't know what their daughter does in Nairobi.
They know.
Okay? They don't know. All they know is every day she'll send like 1,000 bob or she'll send like
But they have
3,000
no
bob a week.
idea exactly.
And they're like, my daughter is doing well. She's taking care of her kids. I'm a mocha. Okay. But every time you look, she's a miserable person. I made an observation. I was somewhere on Saturday, and I made a very interesting observation. In the night scene in Nairobi, it's mainly 27 to 35-year-old women populating it.
In 90.
In the Nairobi night scene, women from 27 to around 35 are the majority.
In the streets at night.
Not in the clubs. it's grown women. It's not the girls you'd expect to be out here YOLO.
19,
18,
22,
no.
21.
It is grown ass women that should have other priorities, should be doing something else to benefit society, should be fulfilling their societal contractual end of it. Because what does society expect from a woman?
Value only.
To
Value. I think value comes with everything.
Mhm.
Characters. Value is character.
But a society expects women to nurture, to be nurturing.
That's part of value.
Yeah.
It's your value.
And when you nurture, you will nurture your husband from a boy to a man. You know that? Like, date for a few years. And if the relationship is healthy, you will even notice the mindset of this man becoming healthier and becoming more oriented to him bettering himself. Get what I mean? But if it's an where are we drinking tonight kind of
I
relationship,
know.
you'll see the effects of that on that man, because he won't mature, he won't be nurtured in the right way. So if you have a healthy relationship, you can, and this is where it's, I always tell young men from time to time, get yourself a girlfriend, a serious one, or even married in your 20s. You know why? In your 30s, you're so set for certain things in life. It's not for everybody, it's for people who understand what they want to do, what they want out of life. Because we have so much money in our 20s that we end up blowing on bullshit. You know? If I can calculate in my early teens how much money I spent on in clubs, damn, ningekuwa na kashamba kamuri.
Wallahi.
Yup. You just blow through money. This night 5 Gs, another night 8 Gs, some night 20 Gs is out. And you can ask him, ulipewa hell? Yeah, ulifanya nini nayo? Hata sijui, hata sina kiatu, hata sikubai hata kiatu. Didn't even get to buy a shoe.
Damn.
Didn't buy a shirt. But he was a legend in the club. And this is money you can use to put up something. Money you can use to better yourself as
I
a man.
know.
You get? And when you have that nurturing, when women fulfill their societal part of the contract, which is to nurture society to become better than it was.
So what you're trying to say is that the nurturing of today's society, and perfect example is like the video we were sharing last week, you know, where a mom shows the daughter openly, I'm a hoe, you know, I got today this man, today this the other man,
Yep.
today is your neighbor, today is your boyfriend,
Yep.
you know, and the disrespect between moms and daughter comes in there. To the point now, if I start now tripping as a daughter, I mean, you can't tell me shit. I've seen
Nothing.
you trip. I mean,
Nothing.
I've been seeing you with 10 men. Like,
Yeah.
what are you telling me about 20? I can go beyond 50. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? And I think that's why you're seeing, talking about body count, it's not even a problem anymore.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
not.
surprised to see even women talk about body count openly. Bro, me I don't want to staki mtu ajue yangu, bro. Hata ikwe ni hizo tatu, hata 10. Sitaki.
You see, back
It's
in
my shit.
the day, women used to be shy.
Exactly.
You know.
Even like having one body count, 2, it was, yo, like, what do you mean you've
They-
already broken your virginity?
They used to lie that yangu, I broke it na baiskeli when I used to ride a bicycle. You know, they used to lie.
Walai.
Yeah.
God.
Like,
I don't know about that.
so, there was a rumor back
I
in the
have
day.
the cable over there. And cable. Go on.
There was a rumor back in the day
Mhm.
that if a woman rides as a teenager,
Yeah.
rides bicycles a whole lot,
Yeah.
that she can lose her virginity from the bicycle seat, like hiyo kuigonga gonga.
Okay, personally, nasikianga, jumi nakumbuka, me I love riding bikes.
Okay.
Personally, I still even up to date.
Okay.
And I have heard most of the men say that crap. I find it
Mhm.
being crap. because it's crap.
Okay.
Yeah. So our madam pia ni crap. You know?
Uh-huh.
That is just capping and lying.
Uh-huh. But the truth of the matter is this, Joe.
So that is what I'm trying to explain, like, you know, from what you're saying.
Yeah.
The nurturing of the today's society is
It's off.
rotten.
It's off. There's no more nurturing. The females are trying to be as competitive with the men. When there's no competition in place, we should complement each other.
Exactly.
Okay, you should be my spiritual guide in this lifetime. That's why you're told, be very careful of the woman you choose, because she will determine who you become. If you choose a hoe, she will make you a hoe. Trust me, believe that.
Energy again.
And she will. Hoes create hoes, because they do not know any other way. And that is why it is so dangerous for us as a society today to have women whose entire careers are sex. They drive from having sex with prominent people. They get government positions from
Through
having sex.
True.
And they become musicians
Through sex.
by having sex with old white men.
I know.
Have kids, take them to overseas to meet old white men, and then come here, and when they get banned from going to speak to young girls in schools, tell us that it is unfair. Why should we let you infect the young ones with the poison that you've consumed yourself? We as a society have to mitigate what we expose our young people to.
True. True. I agree with you, and we won't mention names, of course.
Of course.
And it kind of makes sense because we're talking about nurturing.
Yeah.
And I think
And a teenager's mind
Yeah.
is very
fragile.
Yeah, it's easily convinced.
Yeah.
Okay, you can easily convince a teenager.
You're
This is
growing,
cool.
and there's also that excitement of
Yeah.
wanting to know everything.
You wanna live.
Exactly.
I'm a
And
grown-up now.
seeing social media,
Yup.
especially because right now we're talking about being in the also the age group of where teenagers have access to phones, smartphones anytime, and don't just what you spoke of as a celebrity. These people won't tell us. These people won't tell us shit, but that is what is happening.
Yeah, because they ain't shit, Joby. Let me tell you something. Most of these people come to social media and act like everything is all cool. They live the life,
Yeah.
that they have everything sorted out,
Yeah.
that they don't need nobody. And then at night crawl to their beds and cry themselves to sleep.
Sana, they're
Yeah,
depressed,
they're
probably.
very depressed.
And I think this is why we're told don't buy celebrity lives.
Yes.
Everything you see on social media, don't buy it. These people are depressed.
You get?
Depressed, probably.
And what we promote as a society, what we accept, matters a whole lot.
True.
I loved who was banned from performing in Ethiopia the other day. Rema. His show was deemed too sexual. They even called him a devil worshipper
Because of
and told him you can't perform here. This show has been cancelled. Like they were like, we will protect our people
Yeah.
from your profanity.
exactly.
And that is something that should be practiced
Sure.
more. Okay? I'm not saying prevent art, but be conscious of the art you produce.
Like Diamond, you know. Extravaganza. Nakwambia.
Anyway, to the comments real quick. Danny Hyson says, shit, that's nothing. I've seen girls that I went to high school with have 4 kids by the time they were 23 years old.
Damn.
Damn! And he goes on to say, a woman's body count wouldn't be a problem if they were good at choosing men. The problem with women is that they are highly emotional. Due to that fact, they make irrational choices in men. I was watching a certain video, and this girl was, you see, girls always ask men very stupid questions.
Always.
Okay,
With our people.
would you love me if I was a puddle of water?
Exactly.
Would you love me if I was a worm?
Even if I was a chair.
And this man told her no.
God.
Okay. And she was heartbroken. Like, she broke down and cried, and she was like, it's not about that. If I know it's a dumb question. So basically what she's trying to say is, lie to me.
Exactly.
Okay.
Try lie to
Lie
me.
to me.
Yeah.
Keep my perception of the world as I see it. So it's not about the truth. It's not about, why the hell would I love a puddle of water, Joe?
Try lie to me.
No. That is where women fall prey to liars. Because liars have sweet words. You get?
Napenda kama mahindi choma.
Bwa.
But then we used to fall for those traps.
Hey.
Sana. Actually, let's
Yani,
talk about it.
Unaona mahindi choma hadi unajikumbuka uko like,
like you never used to do those tricks on chili.
hey, listen. Listen.
See? See?
Smooth operator.
Exactly. Like, a guy could come and tell you like, yo, I like you, like, you look like just the new iPhone. And unasikia goosebumps like, hey,
Nishike hapa.
this guy just said what?
Shika
Shika
hapa.
hapa. You know, you look like you straight like a pumpkin, you know?
Yeah.
Your lips taste like her. You're like, what?
You know, you're the only bean in my gideri.
It was a trend.
Huh?
The only nyama
In my mudokoi or
Skuma.
in my skuma. You're the only fly in my toilet.
I can't sleep without you.
Yeah.
Because there was another one who used to tell me, Aki jobi skuli juu yako.
God.
I've not eaten yesterday because of you.
You know that man anakuambia hivyo akiwa ameshikilia ugali.
Nigga, was on a hotel. Kibandaski mbaya.
I can't even eat.
Ako na denge. Mimi hata sasa sijui na kuja kupigwa wao kwetu hata sijui ako na demu mwingine.
Damn.
I've already been told, you know, I love you like a pumpkin.
You're sure this is the one?
He's the one, you know.
He loves me.
Till another lady comes and tells me, what are you doing with my boyfriend?
God damn.
I tell you.
Danny Hyson says, look, the bottom line is that a man needs a woman just like a woman needs a man.
Period.
And that is true. That
need
is
each
so,
other.
so true. But what are the societal contracts? What are the terms and conditions of this contract?
Actually, today's terms and condition, I think I'd speak. If Shimani was here, I would give bunch of points. But today's terms and condition of actually, like, let's say just end up being in a relationship. Money, one. Bro, if you don't have money, you're gone.
Okay.
I'm saying today's, not what it used to be or what is
let's
required.
speak of the society we're living in.
Money,
Okay.
okay?
Money.
Attention all the goddamn time. I need attention.
Even when you're working,
I need attention.
try call me.
I don't care. I mean, don't you see Tanasha calling Diamond on interview? Zuchu, Bada, yeah? All of them. What else? Standards. Standards means apart from money, you need to be either earning higher than me, you know. You need to be financing me in everything I do. Of course, money now comes in everything. Standards. How you dress, how you present yourself.
Can I give these men a very wise, quick one?
Yeah.
You see your girlfriend, that girl that you love, that girl that is so beautiful, she should be the ugliest thing you fuck.
If you have a car, it's another
Pardon
flex.
my French, but she should be the ugliest person you have sex with. If you cheat on her with a prettier one.
If you have a car,
Standards.
if you have a car, if you have a nice crib,
Yeah.
especially Kitambo it was if you have a nice crib and Wi-Fi. Women, let me tell you, in 2014, 2015, that's when internet mostly were installed.
Ata modem.
Guy.
Modem here used to work.
Yeah, guy.
Come,
What?
let's watch a movie. Let's stream.
Women got pregnant at that time because of just a man having a nice crib and Wi-Fi.
A bed seat
And it was a bed sitter
with a 6x6.
and just a flat screen.
Yeah.
And Wi-Fi. Nigga,
And-
you
and-
the baller in that street.
And the snake light.
You are the man in that town. Literally.
Yeah.
Alafu
Even-
madem wengine wasikie.
Even
Ai,
people's wives know your house.
That's it. Standard, like, you know, have a car, have a good crib. That is today's. Wi-Fi, it was, I think, quite back. I
So
don't know.
that's for a
Everyone
man.
has Wi-Fi.
That's for a man, right?
Yeah.
What about a woman?
Women, I don't know, but you should tell me today's view.
In
I don't
today's-
know, for you, you give it the correct way, but let me give it the way I see it.
Okay.
Men are also looking for women they can rely on.
Not really.
Not really like that, but there are those who really. There's really.
And in that situation, okay, I feel like that man is failing in his job because you don't
Provider. Because he's supposed to be the provider.
Yeah. You don't really need to rely on a woman as a man. We actually do not expect. This is all men expect from women. Virtue. Don't betray me. Don't be a hoe. Carry my name with respect and respect me. Be virtuous.
There's you,
be
Kamlesh.
loyal. No,
Then there is others.
no. This is.
This is
if
not
you
every
find,
man.
I'm not talking about boys.
We also have grown men.
No, we have old boys that are 60 years old that think that they are men, but they are just old boys.
Okay.
And then we have men.
Men, alright.
Okay. A real man doesn't need a woman's money because we understand what we are capable of. I don't need to know how much you make. I don't need to know what you're doing with it. What I need to know is this. You're not entertaining other men out there. You're loyal to me. You're a virtuous woman. Okay? And that you're a reliable person. That you provide me with peace. That's it.
Alright.
You get very simple things. Things that men have never associated monetary value with women.
Women do.
No, yeah, that is women's nature.
We do.
Women are wired to find the best situation possible for them because of they're going to give birth there.
Yeah.
So they're trying to find the best situation possible for their offspring. She doesn't want to give birth in Pumwani. Okay, she wants Nairobi Hospital, Aga Khan, where she will be pampered, taken care of, private room, probably an Indian nurse or a white nurse. Si ati ni mama odi pale Pumwani ana kupiga bare ndio push. You get what I mean?
Fungua miguu.
Si ulikuwa unafungua ikiwekwa ndani.
Ulikuwa unasikia vizuri? Wanaongeanga ujinga.
Oh, very. As we go to the comments real quick, Danny Hyson says, yeah, exactly, 100%. A man will say anything to get into your pants. Pay attention to what he does and is. That is so true. I will tell you that you're the center of the universe. Nothing as beautiful as you has ever existed. You know, like he will tell you, nyama ya ulimi. There is that saying in Swahili, nyama ya ulimi ni tamu, sijui blah blah blah.
Kurushia kuku mtama, unaturushia
mayai. Yeah, comes
like
closer.
Throwing maize to the kitchen, to the chicken so that it can get close to you, so it can capture it, you know. But what was I to say? Come on.
As you think about that, he goes on to say the terms and conditions are whatever you both as a couple determine what that is. As the couple, whatever you determine, okay, are the terms and conditions of your relationship. That is what that is.
Sure.
And that varies from couple to couple.
Sure.
But that is true, but there are those qualities that reign supreme, that every admirable man acquires, because men acquire skills, and what every good woman has. You get, like, a hoe is a hoe. Okay? A hoe is a hoe.
Okay.
But a good woman will remain a good woman unless today's society, good women are rare. But anyway, he goes
we
on.
are here. Joby is here. Don't be lied to. I am right here. I'm still waiting for my South African. What do you mean?
South Africans are not.
What do you mean, Kamlesh?
Job, South Africans will make you take your heart, throw it in the freezer, chew it, and forget it. Okay?
Why? When?
When?
Huh? What is?
Ojona Crazy Kena is down there, KwaZulu Natal.
I'm trying to meet Zuma. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Dari Hassan says, well, that's where discipline comes into play. Because if I'm highly sought out, if I'm a highly sought after man, I'm going to sample women like a buffet. The reason is because I'm trying to figure out what particular type of women I like, or woman. Once I get tired of playing the buffet line, I'll go back to that particular woman that I liked. That's the woman I'm going to choose to marry. And that's true. And 9 out of 10, she'll be some girl that stood out from the rest. Didn't even had qualities of what you like, but was better than what you like. She had things that you fine. You can like man, I like tall, big ass, you know, whatever. But then I meet all those, but they hoes, right? And then probably one time I meet one like that, but she like virtuous, and you know, I might not be ready, so I'm like, mental notes. I continue running my circles. Okay. Then when I'm tired, come back. I'm experienced now. About it, let's do this. Because men need experience. And that's why it's so valuable sometimes for men to kind of acquire a body count in society.
Okay.
That is why society has never looked down upon men being promiscuous, really. It is expected of us, in a way.
Alright.
And I gave an analogy the other time of women and men. The mountain, women are on top of it. Women are born on top of the mountain, men are born at the bottom of it. Men have to climb the mountain. And wherever position he can achieve, he will catch the one that falls to his level. So if you want the premium ones, you really have to ascend the mountain.
Go higher.
Go high or go home. You get what I mean?
Go higher.
Yeah. But anyway, as we check the main roles of women in society, women are the backbone of families and communities.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
They provide care, support, and nurturing to their families and are essential in the development of children, which is the future. Women also play a significant role in community building and often take a leadership role in community organizations.
Okay.
Get what
Nature, care, backbone of the family.
the backbone. You know, and where are we headed to, Jogi, as a society? Where we celebrate people like Shakila.
You know, even people don't want to get married no more. Like me, you know.
Why don't you want to get married? What's so bad about
Okay, I don't
it?
want to say it like that. Like I don't want to get married. Like
But
I
there's
not
thing-
want to settle.
But we let me choose in our car.
But the way, the way our society, our systems are going, the way people just are acting around,
The way-
our men, our women, you know. No. I'm good.
You're okay.
I'm good.
You're okay as you are.
Let me know my position, you know. Just give me my position, you know. Like we say, decides out. It's always up to us how we want to label it, you know. But don't give me no wife titles yet. Not yet.
Okay.
To see a lot of value. You know, it's not just you might be providing, you might be having the 3 P's, but the 3 P's maybe I'm looking more than just the 3 P's. You know, I'm trying to know who's Kamlesh. You know, for his personality, I want to connect to you. That's what we're talking about. You know, we've lost the connection of even like being able to communicate.
True.
The connection of attachment, because through communicating, that's when you get more attached to someone or to people, you know, because you're passing a message. You're trying to interact, know, and solve a problem, and all that. But we've lost communication, we've lost attachment. And I feel like without all that, it's still gonna be hard with the 3 P's for me to be able to sit down and say, I wanna be your wife, I wanna connect with Kamlesh. Not every time Kamlesh, I know Kamlesh is just a journalist. Okay, he's a 9 to 5 person. He comes back, leaves in the morning, leaves in the morning. We're gonna, maybe have the conjugal rights whenever he feels like, or whenever I feel like. It's just like a normal day. Like, we don't sit down and connect, I believe that is actually super, super lost, because that is what we're talking about, before we get to the sex, there used to be that communication. People could know each other actually for like months. Before I decide like I want to be your girlfriend, before you want to ask you being my boyfriend, it used to be like, it used to take time, like, it used to be fun.
Back when I was a young man.
Back
when I was a young man, one of the best relationships I've ever had back then. This girl made me wait for 9 months.
God damn, imagine one of the best relationships we've ever had.
And it was, once we got there, it was different.
I made him wait for 5 years.
What?
Yes.
What?
Since I was in class 8. Imagine.
Okay. Off the pedophile files.
5 years. And he never gave up.
How old was he? Were you all in primary school together?
No.
In high
Actually,
school?
he was older than me. He was like 5 years older than me. I think 6 years older than me.
So class 8, let's say 13, right?
Yeah.
So he was 18.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. 18.
So you made him wait when I'm 18. But anyway, it was one of the best relationships I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Like, the connection was different. The way we related to each other was different. And this was the weird bit. Like, we'd even sleep on the same bed, and it was never really about the sex. Like, we'd have so much fun spending time with each other. Good woman. Yeah.
Nice.
Like, that is a woman I'd actually recommend to a friend.
No, that's a...
No,
like you giving a true pass?
No, not like a true pass. Like, if somebody asked me, can you...
No, Kamlesh.
You see, look, if she's single...
You don't give a true pass
listen,
to a friend, someone you dated.
Listen, if she's single, and I know somebody else who is single...
Connection.
Okay?
Call it connection.
It's not a true pass. It's just 2 single people that would fit... meeting each other. I am, but the means too. Okay. All I'm saying is, if she ain't yours, don't usikazie msichana kukuwa happy just because you're jealous. Let her be happy.
I know.
You get? Let her be happy. Let her go out there, find somebody that makes her laugh and goes crazy about her. You get what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, good woman. Feminine energy I ever encountered, I can say that. And it was amazing. And for a while after we broke up, I used to look for her in women. Like, I'd be trying to find her qualities, and I became a very toxic human being at the time, because I wouldn't find it, and then I'd just end up being disappointed and just do. Anyway, we've matured.
Yeah. Good woman. You'll always learn after they're gone.
Yeah. And trust me, I tried to get her back, I was like, man, take a nigga back.
You always try to, like, you remember the whole thing, you're like, nah, this is some good thing I've let go.
She caught me doing some dumb shit, I was like, man, this was not even worth it. I regretted immediately, but, like, have you ever known, like, imeenda? Like, I just knew, like, we are Rudy. But I still tried, but Akurudi. But anyway, good people taught me something. But what do men have to offer in this role, in this gender?
I believe men are also backbone of the family too. They're supposed to be providers. They're supposed to be protectors. They're supposed to be nurturers too,
Mm-hmm.
actually, because if you speak of nurturing, and we go back to like how we've given example with women and the disrespect it comes with it, you know, the daughter-mother relationship and everything. If I see you as a drunkard, as my dad, and you trying to nurture me as a kid, as a man, being a man, every day you come home you're drunk, every day you come home you're beating your mom, and especially you grew up in a society of where kuna wale wanaume wanaambianga watoto wao kwa unafanya hivi mwanamke sawa, mwanamke asiwe kuonyesha madharau, don't ever let a woman show you disrespect. So you're nurturing these kids not only to become beasts like you, to become drunkards like you, and that is you being a failure of a dad. Talking about nurturing. They're supposed to be also I believe men should be, they're supposed to be our heroes, you know, heroes of the society.
It's supposed to be the first line of defense that you can think of. And I saw somebody ask a question the other day. Do you think your old men are ready for girls that grew up with their dads?
You ain't ready, because I'm the one here. What are you talking about? I am a product right here. They are so, and grew up being taught the right way by their fathers. They are a different breed. Most men are not even ready for that type of woman, because she doesn't really need you, she wants you. Okay, it's a whole different thing with those. And most men nowadays are used to girls that grew up with their moms, you know, and so their moms shy,
you know.
I'm not I'm not the shy one. I mean, I'm shy but not like that.
But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. So what we see here is the four roles of men in society is to be a provider, a protector, a leader, and a teacher. You're supposed to teach. You're not supposed to spend your day, the whole 12 hours of the day, working, never having to see your kids.
But do you know today's men, instead of teaching, they're always making noise? I'm sorry to say.
Empty debits.
Always quarreling over damn shit. Ugali jive.
What the hell is that?
What? Come listen to those men.
No, those boys. Those are boys. I tell you, there's a very big difference. And I feel like we should have that conversation.
I mean,
what are the four
boys
differences?
who have babies, yeah?
We have boys that are grandfathers. Okay? Never grew up.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Yeah.
We should have that conversation. What are the core differences between boys and men?
We will.
You get what I mean? But age does not make you a man. Your values do. Because a man is not even a human being. A man is a set of values.
I remember there's a man I used to see, he used to come home, instead of teaching, if he's teaching biblical things. You know, he's trying to get you into the Bible, you know, like John chapter, you know, but when it comes to teachings, you know, the way parents, even if your child has done a mistake, like, instead of shout, I don't know why parents think shouting, beating is the way of solving issues. You don't need to yell at me. Personally, actually, even up to date, friendship-wise, relationship-wise, motherhood, whatever hood, don't shout at me.
Whatever hood.
Don't shout at me, man. I don't like being shouted at. That's, I think, one of my biggest fears and one of the things I really hate and disgust. It will make me hate you. Evil too. Screaming, ama kunishautia. Tell me things politely. I'm listening. I'm human. You don't need to yell at me to feel like, you know, you're making a point. I can clearly hear you. I can completely hear you. But I remember this guy, he used to come at home all the time. He's just making noise to the children. Instead of educating or trying to correct this way, yelling, you know. And it's not like a 30 minutes thing, 15 minutes thing. It's a 2-hour thing. Anakaa kidogo anakuangalia na
that is toxic.
Child, the dad is coming home, you run into the bedroom, be teaching us this right, this wrong. This is how you do this, and when you do this the pitfalls you're gonna experience. But again, Who are the heroes?
I saw a quote that said,
Mm-hmm.
the downfall of African people
Mm-hmm.
is that we do anything for money, but we do nothing to help our family members.
I know.
You get, like, we chase the bag, but we never really help those that are close to us in any shape or form. We always live for the bag. That's why you see somebody out there listening, you lost a cousin that you didn't even know had depression. Why didn't you know? You lost a brother that you didn't know was depressed. Why? Where was you? Because depression, before a person takes their life,
Yeah.
you can see it. You can see the reclusivity. They become a recluse.
Yeah.
They talk less. They fake their
It's
emotions.
evident.
You can see depression in a human being.
But imagine mine was not evident.
But there's always certain,
Yeah.
okay,
But it depends also the people you are around, like
And
you were
that-
just saying. Yeah.
that's why they should pay attention, and people should pay attention to each
Connection,
other.
exactly.
Connect. Okay.
The instant where I know if you change like this, if you're frowning, I'll know calmness today you're not okay.
Yeah.
Because I know when you're okay, I
Yeah.
know literally. It just needs communication. More communication.
Yeah. Because if we do talk about it, we'll understand each other. If we do talk about it, especially on a one-on-one perspective, okay, when we take it back to, we take it away from society, and we make it you and your partner, you and the person you like, okay, have the conversations that can help this relationship be as healthy, be as productive for both of y'all as possible. The goal of us as people, as families, as society,
Yeah.
is for the next generation to be better than we are. But if we are constantly at each other's throats, constantly attacking each other, oh, men do this, women do this, women are like this nowadays, men are like this nowadays, we generalize it, forgetting that we are the society we criticize.
Me actually.
We are a product of that society.
Mhm.
You get? And the minute we start talking one-on-one, like, I like this person, right? We might not have everything 100%, but if you all like each other, and I express myself, I communicate, you listen to, I like you, and I'd want us to change 1, 2, 3 things about who we are,
Yeah.
so that we can be better people. That's a very healthy society that we can work towards
I agree
from
with you.
from the broken space that we exist in right now.
I agree with you. And to top on it, I don't know if I'm correct or it's my past life, which this used to happen. But I remember just a thought. But inakaa ni kama tuko, it looks like it's in my image. African people, especially women, there's how a long time ago we used to sit as a group of women. There was an elder woman who could talk to the women on how, I think, including marriage type of
Even
relationship.
sex.
Like, yeah, we used to have some lessons on how to handle our relationships, our kids. A
Your
lot. We used
husbands.
to teach each other. Men also had their own groups, you know, where there was this elder who could talk to the men, you know, this is how you do, respect your women like this is how you handle this. And this made it actually easy now when it comes to marriages for you to be able to, instead of you going to the courts like we can see right now, you being filed for $1 million, you know, child support every month. You know, we used
Man.
we used to have now this elder woman and this elder man being brought together and solving your marital issues. Now what you're seeing today, you know, you want to go back to your parents, you want to go back to your, you know, you want to look for your third party, which is,
Of a relationship wasn't ending the relationship,
yeah,
was creating a family unit that lasts beyond us, that lasts. If you have a strong family unit, and I have a strong family, you have a strong family, like that, now that is a strong society based on singular values that make us a better people. But when we erode that, when we take the respect of the elders out, when we take the respect of even ourselves out of the equation, we have the broken society that we exist in. So this conversation, as we come to a conclusion, is a conversation of how do we become whole again from the broken society we exist in now? Because we are broken as people. Our relations with each other as the two sexes, as the two genders, because there are only two.
Yep.
Okay, as the two genders, how do we rehabilitate ourselves to become healthy once again? And don't be afraid. In the comments, tell us, what do you think? As we come to the end of it, I want to go through a few comments. Danny Hyson says, women teach the culture of a particular people. That's important, particularly for black people, because if we fix our relationship dynamics, we can get rid of all this self-hate.
Sure.
He goes on to say, well, we've lost that connection because men have gotten weaker and women's standards have gotten too damn high. Come back to reality. And he goes on to say, I like a woman that makes me wait and work harder to gain her affection. It intrigues me and lets me know she has value.
Exactly.
Very true.
It's vice versa. We love the persistence. You know, like, I love to see a man coming back to back, like, yo, it really means you really, 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 really do want me, but I'm not giving you a chance because I still want to see it. You know, I'm not still yet giving you a chance. I really want to see it.
Job, acha nikwambie.
Yeah?
Hiyo ndio ile anakupatanga hivi.
Ndio hiyo.
Anakukula kama ugali fresh. Si ugali ya jana usiku. Ugali ile kale kanachunangwa hivi.
Guy. Like, we love to see it too, you know. It's vice versa, and I believe it should go back to just the same ways.
Yeah, he goes on to say, think of it like real gold and pyrite, which is fake gold. Pyrite is, shout out to General Mosquito, he says, Amani everyone.
Amani, General Mosquito.
Yeah. Gives a shout out to Dan.
And their chats.
Yeah, and they continue chatting over there.
But in conclusion.
We have to be ready to heal as a people.
We are so broken.
We are so broken.
I think it's true.
Okay.
People have been so broken. They have
For so
lost
long.
hope. Hope is gone.
You know, and I feel like it, I won't say for Kenyans or for Africans, it's the westernization, because most African people aren't westernized. They are modernized.
True.
Okay. We still hold some of our values close to us,
We still
but
do.
we've been modernized to a point where we've lost the connection with who we are. We have values, but we don't know who we are as a people and how to apply these values that we hold there.
True.
So let's be ready to heal, and let's heal together.
I will second that, healing, because they say you can't move forward if you still have past traumas haunting you. And I think our past traumas is, I think it is with every experience where we have broken families, we have broken friendships, we have broken relationships, we have a lot of damage that we have each individually experienced, and I'm speaking especially for us as black people. And I believe, again, we need to heal from that, and we need to go back again. We need to communicate. We need to stop the, you know, moving in the westernization. It's okay right now, things have already changed. I don't know if we can ever go back to the world of where we never had smartphones, and actually things are advancing more and more. But as we see the advancement, let's not forget we really are supposed to, because without still all this, if all this is to be removed, it's humanity still remaining on the ground. If everything, if you're talking about materialistic everything, and just remain with nature, it's us and nature. So what is gonna be actually leading us to not communicating? Because I was even saying earlier today, we used as African people to communicate with animals. We have some people who still have maybe the ability, but wewe sahi bwendo jaribu kushika hata hapa umbwa kwako na venye itakufanya. You know, it's biting you because we've lost that communication, that attachment with ourselves, with nature, which is actually and who we're supposed to be. You know, this is good. It's helping us communicate like we are right now, passing the message, but it's still not enough.
They say the phones and the internet made the world a global village, but broke the village.
Yeah. Imagine.
Okay. You
Broke a whole village. A whole village,
a
you're
whole
saying?
village. It connected it, but broke it. Its values and everything it holds dear is now at the mercy of people we're not even in control of. How many people would freak out if the phone wasn't working? How many people will freak out today if their Instagram was closed?
Many, we see it.
Okay.
We see
If
it
their
every time.
YouTubes were shut
We
down.
see it every Kibe.
Said nothing. Okay?
We see it.
Because they rely on these platforms to find themselves. When in reality you shouldn't rely on these platforms to find yourself. Know who you are. Be who you are. And heal those around you. Do not inflict more harm unto society.
Sure.
Our role in this space and time should be to heal society, to make it better. Do not, how do I put it? Do not revenge just because you got it bad.
Actually, it drives us back to just the unity of African people as a whole again.
Yeah.
Because if you talk about us going back to our true nature self, like John Mosquito is saying, it's going back to the unity of the continent as a whole, you know.
Yep.
And it's very much required. So think about it.
And Darren Harrison, as we come to a conclusion, says, because when you look at social media such as Instagram, Facebook, and etc., it makes you feel inadequate and self-conscious. Till Thursday, it's been an amazing conversation. Thank you to everybody in the chats that kept it interactive. Danny Harrison, General Mosquito, everybody that was here, everybody that was on the network, we appreciate. And Jewel, we appreciate you. And we thank you for giving us your time. It's been the one and only Kamlesh.
Yes, and JOBY, but of course they are coming back. You're coming back with sports.
With the sports arena.
That is Andy Moore.
And then after that, we will be back
with the culture show on the radio station and on TikTok.
Yes.
We shall be having a music session so you guys can listen via the radio. Pin your comments on the show page and let us know what would you love to listen to. And asanteni sana to everyone who has been with us.
Yep.
Those shall be watching this on a replay. Those who are new subscribers or new viewers, hit the subscription button and smash the like button. Much love.
Yes, General Mosquito, we will be on TikTok later. Much love, family. See you
When you see ours.
later.